All right, third time's the charm. Let's try this and see what we get and see how things work for you guys and make sure that we are up. All right, there it is. There we go. All right, we are back here live. We are watching a line of severe thunderstorms that are moving across southern portions of South Dakota here in the next few hours that we will continue to see that. This area in purple, what they are saying is going to be a potential of seeing a severe thunderstorm watch, about 60% chance of seeing that severe thunderstorm watch. That is going to be mostly going to see that watch issued west or east of Highway 81. Would impact the Clay County, Union County, Lincoln County, Turner County, maybe even McCook County and Minnehaha County. Now that would push into Iowa, most likely be Lyon, Sioux, Plymouth, Cherokee, O'Brien, Osceola, Buena Vista, Clay, and Dixon is where would not surprise me to see that tornado watch issued for, or I'm sorry, severe thunderstorm watch issued for that area. Currently, we are watching this cell that is continuing to progress its way eastward. We are seeing that Mission Hill at 339. We are looking at Volin. You can see, there you go. Volin at 350. Gayville right at 352 is what we are looking at for the projection of this path. Now, a couple things to note. Let's turn off some things. Or actually, let's just look at one thing here. We can see this bow right here. Now, with this bow signature here that we are watching, it is going to indicate that this is going to have some wind with it as well. So we are going to see that. We have that severe storm that is just on the north end of that too. There is that look at that one. We are looking at Volin about 339, Wakanda about 345. This is going to stay south of Sioux Falls for this severe storm that we are watching here. Again, this is going to continue to progress here. Let's do this. So this line here is going to continue to progress its way this way. Now, these times are not accurate. Please do not look at the times. It's more of the path that I am looking at for you guys that we are discussing here with it. So this is what we are looking at for that path of those in the Vermilion area, Gayville, Wakanda, Beersford area, Hayward, and Akron. Would not be surprised to see this continue to progress its way eastward and create a severe thunderstorm watch or warning for you guys as it does continue to progress its way eastward. That being said, back home in that Sioux Falls area, we're not really seeing much activity. It's pretty much further southward. This line did hit a southerly or southeasterly trend here. You can see that as we put this map into motion here. Let me move that over just a little bit so we can screen that. And you can see that that cell is just now pushing more of a southeasterly direction. Freeman area is going to see some hail as that backside of that system progresses and moves into that area as well. In fact, let's switch over to our hail tracker, guys. You can see where that hail, that damaging hail here. In fact, we'll scan down the street level here north of that Highway 50 and Highway 81 corridor is where we are seeing that greatest chance of hail that will be moving through that area there. So that's a oh hail no situation that we're going to be seeing move through that Yankton area there as well. Now, as I did mention there, that Freeman area, we are watching some hail on the back just to the west of you guys there, that Highway 44 corridor, Highway 25, north of Highway 44. Would not be surprised that it does move into that Freeman area as well. So we are watching that area for some development as well. But again, we're not going to see much for that Sioux Falls area. Everything is going to stay south of that Sioux Falls area. We're not really concerned with that. Not sure what just happened to my radar here, so give me a second. All right, we got our radar back there. You can see some storms are developing out just in front of this line that is moving its way eastward. This line is going to continue to progress its way eastward. Again, Sioux Falls area might see some showers push through. We could see that up in this neck of the woods here is going to move into the Sioux Falls area. But again, the severe chances are down further south there that we are going to continue to watch. Speaking of severe weather and what we are going to be seeing and what's going to happen, the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, has issued 2 areas of enhanced risk. Those are the areas there in orange. Sioux Falls is under a slight risk of seeing some severe weather pushing through the area. You can see that. The tornado risk has really shifted eastward as well. You can see where that is right now. In fact, as we are talking here, there is multiple tornado warnings. Let me see if I can get that radar pulled up here. I'm trying to find a site here that I can use for radar. I think Duluth would be too far. Yeah, that's kind of a dead zone area. Let me... As we do try to get some radar pulled up here, you can see these warnings that are this. There is this watch that is out. I want to get radar off. There you go. There is this watch here for this area in red. Does include that Minneapolis area. Does include portions of Wisconsin, mostly in Minnesota. That's what that watch is down here at the bottom. That is scrolling. You can see that. That we have going as well for you guys with that. Back to our main feed here, as we are looking again that severe tornado risk. There has been multiple reports of a tornado on the ground as well. Right now, these are indicated rotation with this as well. I think that one's going to be too far. Let's go to Duluth. I'm not seeing a good radar to pick that up. But going back home, what we are looking for back home here and that Sioux Falls area, as many of you are watching in and wondering what's going on here, that is going to be that area down south there for that severe weather that is continuing to progress its way eastward. Again, a lot of the weather is going to stay south of that Sioux Falls area. I'm not too concerned with the Sioux Falls area. Our concern is right now along that Highway 50. In fact, there's that one severe thunderstorm warning that just fell off because of these cells that are moving eastward. Again, we're going to continue to watch the progression of these cells. Gayville area there about 352. Volin about 350. Mission Hill about 339. In fact, it should be a little sooner now. It's on the southern portion here that we are seeing. Yankton is probably getting pummeled in right now with severe weather that is going through. The hail is hitting Yankton. What about Canton when you say south? I live on the northwest side of Sioux Falls. It's super dark straight west. Yep. A lot of that's going to be that cloud cover that we are seeing that's coming into the area. In fact, let's turn off. Let me get my cloud cover up here, satellite imagery. So there's our satellite imagery, and that's why we're seeing that darkness of that cloud, is because we have pretty thick cloud. We have some pretty thick clouds that are moving through the area. You can see right where that boundary is at, that is pushing with it. That's the reason we're seeing that thicker of a cloud system moving through the area, the darker clouds, is because there's heavier clouds that are going to be pushing into that area. Canton area, what I am concerned with as far as the Canton area is going to be just some rain. It would be this back cell that we're going to have to keep a closer eye on. This back cell back here that we can see the chance of that continuing to progress its way eastward and continuing to gain its strength as it does move through the area. So definitely something to keep a closer eye on is this cell that is moving that way. So again, currently we are going to continue to monitor the system as it does continue to progress its way eastward. Right now, we're not seeing much as far as rotation is with this cell. We will switch to our velocity. We're not seeing much rotation, or if any rotation, within the cell that is that severe thunderstorm warned. So we don't have a concern for seeing that tornado risk, but do keep in mind the Storm Prediction Center out of Norman, Oklahoma, has put us in a 2% risk of seeing that severe thunderstorm or that tornado risk. One thing to take and note with you guys as well, yeah, I know many of you are like, well, 2%, dude, that's not much. We have seen those 3 tornadoes that moved through the Sioux Falls area back in a couple years ago, 2019, I believe it was, that we had those 3 tornadoes move through. That was a 2% day. So that being said, we are going to look at one more thing here with you guys as well. Let's turn off the radar, turn off the warnings. Let's look at a quick future cast and kind of see what we are going to be watching here over the course of the next couple hours. Let me get that loaded here, and we can watch these cells as they do progress and form through the area. We got our office dog, Stormy, up. She wants to say hi. She's jumping up to say hi. She is a lab, as we are waiting on this to... See? There she is. There she is. But she's in the office today with us, kind of watching the weather and kind of helping us out with things, keeping us entertained during the downtime, basically. We'll start these things at 2. Let's go 3. So these aren't really, the HRRR is not really picking up on those cells that are moving through the area right now. In fact, let's switch to, I'm going to switch to a different program because I don't like what that is showing versus what is actually occurring. All right, I got Radar Omega up here, which is another software that we utilize that will allow us to put things a little more in play and perspective here. So we'll go for... Well, 2 o'clock, you can see 5 o'clock, you can see these cells are going to continue to progress their way eastward. Now, as we get in that 6, 7 o'clock time frame, our concern that we're going to have to watch is down in this neck of the woods here, where we are going to see the potential of seeing some severe weather form and really develop over the course of those couple hours and coming into the night. So again, we'll take a put the 5 o'clock here. Let me get rid of this. This is now 8 o'clock. You can see that these cells are really growing down in that Nebraska area, not for the Sioux Falls area. Do have to keep in mind, though, we do have some risk coming into that later time, right around that 12 o'clock time frame. So when we're going to start seeing some development for that Sioux Falls area. There about that 1 o'clock, we do have that severe risk of some storms right in that Sioux Falls area, just west of that Hartford, Humboldt area there, that we're going to have to keep a close eye on as well, coming in that 1, 2 o'clock time frame. And then as we get in that 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock time frame, we do have some showers and storms that will move through the area. We don't expect to see much of that severe weather as those do move through the area as well. So again, we are going to continue to watch and keep a close eye on these storms that are moving through that Nebraska or South Dakota area, and kind of see what they will produce. There is that new warning down in Nebraska that is continuing on the south end of that cell that we are watching as well. Do apologize there. I hit the wrong button. There is that severe thunderstorm warning now down in Nebraska that is going to impact that Hartington area as well. Vermilion area is still going to be under the gun. One thing, let me get these warnings turned off here that I want to mention, though. One thing to note here, again, those are that are still with us, is this bow right through here. That bow is indicating some wind is with it, and that wind is going to stay right along that Highway 50 corridor and move into that Vermilion area. So if you're in the Vermilion area, seek shelter now. Don't wait, as you do have that severe thunderstorm that is going to be capable of producing some damaging winds moving into the area over the course of the next half hour. These cells are moving fairly slow. Last I looked, I think they are moving 33 miles an hour, so they're about 35 miles an hour is what we are seeing. Between that 30 to 35 mile an hour mark is what we are watching with these cells. Again, the storm track on this has shifted just a little bit. Vermilion about that 410, so that is about your half-hour warning for those in the Vermilion area. So stay with T-Storm Chasers. We'll continue to monitor these weathers, and as things do continue to grow and break, we will break in and bring you more